item in the show. My good friend Terry Toner is joining us.
I thought you were going to do double dutch.
I jumped over it. You're giving me a challenge there. This is the Bionic Steel hose. If you're saying, wait a minute, a garden hose, it's like reinventing the wheel. Why do we need a new garden hose? Terry's here to tell you the do's and don'ts and how this is a game changer in the industry.
It really is. It's so great. I love the Bionic hose. I have the Bionic hose. I use it every single day. You have never seen a hose move like this before. I mean, you could not do this with a rubber garden hose, right? It's like liquid silver. I mean, it really is. Why is it different? Well, the Bionic hose is covered, completely coil wrapped in what's called a 403 stainless steel. That's the industry equivalent of an 18.8 or an 1810 stainless steel. So it's like armor for your hose, literally armor for your hose. Now, you may think, well, gosh, out in the driveway or on my paver deck or, you know, across the sidewalk, isn't that gonna get hot? No, because the 1810 casing, that steel actually reflects heat away from the inside hose. So you don't have to worry about it getting hot in the summertime. It actually stays cool to the touch. You also don't have to worry about it freezing in the wintertime. I'm actually the on-air guest, the presenter for the Bionic hose at the Canadian Shopping Channel. So ice is a big deal there.
Right, I was gonna say.
Yeah, they're very into their backyard hockey rinks. And the Bionic hose is an absolute favorite because it doesn't freeze in the wintertime. You don't have to worry about, you know, finding the hose and, you know, ice is frozen in it and the thing splits and cracks. So it resists the heat in the summertime, the cold in the wintertime, and it's virtually indestructible. It's also incredibly lightweight.
So we do have 3 sizes. We've got the 50, the 75, and the 100 foot. So the 100 foot was the most popular and the most limited. We only have 400 left. So if you want to get the 100 foot, I just want to tell you right off the top of the presentation, you get it home for $16.65 on 3 flex pay. Your total, $49.95. Now,
I have a 100 foot hose in this bucket.
Oh, it's in that bucket.
I have a 100 foot hose in this bucket. Now you're saying, why would you put a 100 foot hose in the bucket? Because I can. Which also means because I can. Which you could never do with a garden hose, with a rubber garden hose. Why would I do this? Well, my boat is out at the far end of the dock. So now I can carry a 100 foot hose to the end of the dock to wash off my boat. Or I can throw this in the back of the car for camping. Or I can throw this in the back of the RV. That is literally a 100 foot hose in an ordinary household bucket. Not even a big bucket, like just a regular bucket. Virtually indestructible, lightweight. I want you to take a look at what we have here. It's the scales of justice. It's the Bionic hose scales of justice. Regular, ordinary, I mean really ordinary, not even like the heavy duty kind, but regular garden hose weighs in at about 15 pounds. 100 feet of Bionic Steel hose weighs in at about 8, 9 pounds. And one thing I can tell you for sure.
8, 9 pounds.
Yeah, like
so
8, 9-ish pounds. This is 15 pounds. The medium duty, this is a light duty hose. Medium duty hoses are about 20 pounds. The heavy duty hoses come in at about 30 pounds. Gonna show you a couple other cool things about the Bionic hose also. And by the way, you get that wonderful little twist sprayer with it. Now, the first thing that's the most aggravating thing about hoses is this. I mean, you look at them and they kink. I mean, they just, the kinking. You cannot kink this. Go ahead and squeeze this as hard as you can, Helen. Squeeze, come on, white knuckles, squeeze. Try and kink that. You cannot.
I can't.
You cannot kink it.
No.
It is virtually unkinkable. It's flexible, it's fluid. You can tie it in knots, but you cannot do this. You cannot kink it. And it's the kink that stops the flow of water, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing. And doesn't it feel cool?
It does feel cool. And you know, I can't tell you how many hoses I've had that, you know, the lawnmower goes over it. And then boom, you got it. And then it's like, oh, we got to throw that hose away at the beginning of the spring. If your hoses look like this, it's time for you to upgrade.
It's the lawnmower. It's the rose thorns. It's the, you know, the bougainvillea needles. It's all those kinds of things. It's the heat. It's the lawnmower. You can take a saw.
Cold and the heat and the cold. I mean,
well, all it takes is one season outside and they're pretty much ruined.
Toast.
All right, I can saw until I break the teeth off of this saw, and I'm not going to cut through that 403 stainless steel. That's how incredibly durable this is, which means it's, you know, the lawnmower isn't gonna wreck it. The car driving over it isn't gonna wreck it. The weed whacker hitting it is not going to wreck it. I mean, I literally will dull the teeth on this saw before I can ever cut through the 403 stainless steel. That's how strong it is.
Okay, so we're gonna do last call on the 100 foot, which was only 300 left. So if you were kind of looking around all day and thinking, well, maybe I'll get that tomorrow. If you want the 100 foot, it's we only have 300 of those left. We sold 13,983 of these, and we have like 6,000 less for the entire visit. However, only 300 of those are the full 100 foot. $49.95, 3 flex pay of $16.65. Terry, I just want to get it out there in case somebody likes that. I have to get that size.
Well, I mean, you will spend a fortune on a decent garden hose and it will still kink. Even the ones that say that they're kink resistant. And you know what the deal is. You get all the way around the side of the house and there's no water. And you got to walk all the way back and figure out where the kink is. And you're shaking the darn hose trying to get the kink out. This is so flexible and so fluid. And it doesn't matter if you're going over brick pavers or stone or landscaping or barbed wire fence. The Bionic Steel hose virtually glides through any and every surface. It also means that it is a dream to reel and unreel. And what's the worst thing? Everybody leaves the hose out because it's a pain in the ass to use that darn reel.
Yes.
Let's go take a hike.
Okay,
come on, let's go do it.
Okay.
All right, so we have a 100-foot hose out there. It's
Am I going with you?
Come on.
Are you gonna make me do the hard one, the difficult one? Of course.
Of course.
I only have one muscle left.
That's half the fun.
I'm weak.
So way out here. So we have 2 hose reels. One has the regular garden hose on it.
All right.
And you know, it's naughty mess like they are. They always are. By the way, here's a 100-foot hose in a pot, which means if you have a condo with a small balcony or an apartment or whatnot, that's always a mess. This you could store in a bucket on a hose reel. I want you guys to watch this because it practically winds itself. It is that lightweight. It's neat, it's tidy, it's beautiful, it's easy, it glides on. It will be the last hose you ever want or need. It's that terrific.
Look at this.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not doing anything, but I don't want to do this one. This one is like a mess.
Well, you know, I mean, try as you might. And again, we're talking about 100 feet of hose on this reel, and I could easily add another 100 feet to it. Now, there's the 100 feet. Sweet as you please. The other thing that's awesome about this is how easily it unwinds.
I have a question. I have a sprayer at home that's on my other hose. Would it fit on this one, on the Bionic hose?
Yeah, it's a standard size. So any sprayer that you have, you get the nozzle with this, the twist nozzle, which is terrific. But if you have like a favorite, you know, pattern sprayer that has the standard size, also highly rated, crush resistant on the fittings on this, and then also the nice easy grip rubberized handle. I just want you to see this because here's something that you don't see every day. Unwinding the hose virtually effortlessly. Look at that. I'm not fighting, I'm not tugging, I'm not pulling. It practically unwinds itself.
I love how easy that is.
Yep.
Because sometimes unwinding it is just hard because you have to run back and then you have to, and then you're making it more difficult for yourself.
I feel like I should be on the, I don't know, the rodeo show or something. It glides. It's so
got
smooth.
talent.
Yeah. I'm going to do Bionic Steel hose tricks. Over
look
here,
at my hose. My hose is all kinked.
Helen, try and unwind it.
I'm trying to see where the end is.
Yeah,
Let me find
exactly.
the end of this. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's okay. You don't have to.
I found the end of it, but I think I can't get this. I can't even get it out.
So over here we have standard garden hose with knots.
Yes.
And we have knot after knot after knot after knot after. It's a very knotty hose. So many knots. There's virtually no water coming through here. And of course, with our wonderful Bionic hose, if I can twist it, you have the spray nozzle. My hands are so soaking wet, I can't even get a grip on this one. But there we go.
There we go.
So there's your adjustable spray nozzle from the jet stream and then all the way to the mist, just like that.
And that spray nozzle, is that included?
Yeah, that's
included. Oh, okay.
Spray nozzle is included.
Oh, okay.
And again, totally and completely adjustable, and you can turn it all the way up.
You've got all
and it really
those
is not
knots
that
in the
hard
hose.
to twist.
But everybody at home, I want you to know know she's got like 5 knots in that hose.
I think there's 20 knots.
20 knots, okay.
I think there's 20 knots in there.
I'm under-exaggerating how many knots there are, and it's not stopping the water coming out.
Does not stop the flow of water whatsoever.
Look at that.
There you go. Look at that. I mean, so simple, so easy. Spray nozzle comes with it. Again, this is what's called 403 stainless steel. It is the industry equivalent of 18-8 or 1810 stainless steel.
Okay, you know, it doesn't kink. You know, you can be outside in the freezing cold, in the boiling heat, and it's going to be there year after year after year. Catherine, how many do we have left in the... Oh, okay. So if you want the 100-foot hose, we have 100 left.
Okay.
We had 400 at the beginning of the presentation. There's only 100 left. And then we have the other 2 sizes available. Remember, everything's on FlexPay and a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. So either way, you're good to go.
So what I'm doing here, if you need 100 feet and we sell out, get a couple of 50 feet and you can connect them together. And so now I'm going to roll 200 feet onto this hose reel. Just like that, which you can never do with a rubber garden hose. It would never happen.
Yeah, look at this.
All the way down.
So incredibly lightweight. We're really making you work for it today.
It is, and it's a little bit warm out here, but that's okay. And there you can see 200 feet on an ordinary garden hose reel.
So you got 2 of them, you have 200 feet. Easily you can put them together. And then are we gonna walk back to the table? I think we've got like another 2 minutes, or what do you wanna do?
All right, let's go back to the table.
Okay.
Fits in a flower pot, fits in a bucket. If you need more than the 100 feet, get a couple of lengths, connect them together. They work with virtually any sprayer that you have.
Right, any sprayer that you guys have available. Now, here's the technology video that we're looking up. What are we seeing here? Because I know on the inside of this hose, it's got some magic going on.
There's some magic going on. So you have a rubber hose on the inside that's wrapped in that steel.